All right, what's up, y'all? We got a show today about men being men and who's racist. And a caller called in to this guy's show, and I'm gonna put his information up here. But the guy's show, his name is Miles Cunningham. He has a podcast. I'm assuming it's male empowerment, red pill. Did D1 respond to you? I doubt it. I mean, I don't know how he would even see my stuff. I doubt it. Listen, D1 is not going to respond to me. What's going to be his argument? What's going to be his argument he's not going to respond to me. Everything I said about D1 music is true. I didn't make anything up, Let me see if I can play this real quick. Okay, hold on. Here we go. About to get started.
You want to come in women and then bail. That's all you want to fucking do. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself tonight. You're the reason black kids don't have fathers while they go to jail and while they have higher crime rate, because you're a piece of shit. You want women to do their job without you doing your job. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself. Fucking kill yourself.
So his merch is one of his shirts says, "A submissive woman is sexy." Another shirt says, "I'm God to these hoes." So again, and he spelled hoes wrong. But I'm gonna say this: you're gonna hear some language on this channel, on this guy's channel. This guy calling in, this Caucasian guy calling in. And I just want to say this. How we conduct ourselves in life is how folks treat us. So just remember that. How I conduct myself is how people treat me. So let's continue.
I'm Keith, winner of the Bad Boy Membership Contest. I recently joined the Bad Boy Membership, but I wish I'd done it a long time ago because the content is the real deal. It helps you become more secure, confident, and masculine, which will help you in all aspects of your life, but especially with women.
You know what I find? Is it me or are most of the guys that subscribe to this stuff, that actually follow this stuff, is it me or are they lame? Is it me or are they lame? Like most of the guys that I see subscribing to this red pill, I'm not saying you don't watch a video every now and then. I'm talking about the guys that actually invest in the membership, go on trips with these guys and meet up and get advice. Like, these dudes are lame. Is it me? Am I tripping? This dude is like, listen, I'm not saying he's not a nice guy with his milk dud head, but it's something about a dude with a milk dud head. I ain't never met a dude with a milk dud head that wasn't lame. But forget that. I'm trying to figure out, this guy right here is your spokesperson. I wouldn't even listen. If there was somebody promoting my content and they were lame, I would ask them to stop. Sometimes Jesus would heal people and say, now go and sin no more. Go tell them what I did. Tell them how good God is, et cetera, et cetera. And then with some folks, he'd be like, now I done healed you. Don't say a word. Now, why would Christ tell some people to go out there and spread the good news of what happened and then other folks keep their mouth shut? You know why? Because other folks are going to be a bad representation. This guy in his bathroom or wherever he's at in front of the door, he just lame. I'm sorry, he lame. He lame. He lame. I don't say he lame. Because I'm like, most of these red pill subscribers are lame. My thing is this, right? You got a woman. You want to be with a woman. If you don't put your foot down, it's going to sound bad. But if you don't put your foot down and be the authentic you, I'm not saying you be a jerk or a-hole. I'm saying that you set a foundation, set a standard, set some ground rules. If you don't do it, she's going to torture you. She's going to torture you. For every woman that says no, there's 1,000 that's going to say yes. That's how it works. There are more women that need men than men that need women. I'm just saying. So what I'm telling you all is, if you have problems getting women, the problem may be in your intent. Why do you want the woman? If your intent with the woman is honorable, you should have pride. If your intent is honorable, you should feel good. You should say, hey, I'm pursuing a wife. The only way you feel insecure, the only way you feel like that is if you feel deep down inside your intentions aren't good. Because there's no way you can say, I'm going to do right by this woman, but I'm afraid of it. That don't make any sense. You're thinking if I go up to this woman, she's going to see me for who I am. I'm just saying. So again, I understand being shy. I understand all that, but I'm just telling you, your intent has to be good. So if you're dating a woman, you should want to be with a woman for the right reason. Not to get your numbers up, not to get your rocks off. That's still a child of God. That's still your sister in Christ. So you should listen. Your intentions need to be good with the woman. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue though.
So thank you for the prizes that I won. But the real thanks is for the powerful content. Get on the Bad Boy membership now. You won't regret it.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com.
It's manipulation. It's manipulation. You ever watch them shows where they say, I can teach you how to buy a house for $5? I can teach you how to buy a house for $5, flip it, and make $1 million. You ever see the commercial? That's what it sounds like. How are these guys going to get you all to be able to get women? You either got it or you don't. How are you all going to be able to get women following this self-help course? Bad Boys Anonymous, whatever it is. How are these guys going to help you get women? How? What are they going to teach you that's going to make a woman want you without you being manipulative and lying? Because whatever they teach you is not the real you. You know, when I was a young man, I got smart when I was younger. I would give the girls a note, do you want to go with me, right? Now, most guys will put, do you like me? Yes or no. Do you want to go with me? Yes or no. When I did my little note to fill out, I would put, do you like me? Yes or yes. Do you want to go with me? Yes or yes. Now think about how advanced that was back then. The girls would be like, they just check yes. I was cold, right? But I just figured out that I ain't finna give you them kind of options. I don't want the no options. So I'm gonna give you the yes and the yes, and they always gonna check yes. But anyway, my point is nobody can help get you all to get women. You got to be yourself and be confident in yourself. And a great way to be confident in yourself is to have the right intentions. The reason why I have confidence is because I know that my intents are good. I don't have bad intents. So if I'm talking to somebody or trying to meet somebody, I don't feel bad. I'm like, I got good intents with you or good intentions. So at the end of the day, fellas, nobody can help you get a woman. You got to go to God and say, Lord, give me the courage and the strength. Give me the courage and the strength to talk to these women. Better yet, let's get more specific. Lord, give me the courage and the strength to talk to my wife. You got to get specific. And so these guys telling you, oh, we can get you, women want to sleep with you and be with you, all this narcissism, ego, pride is foolishness. You shouldn't even want the temptation of all the women wanting you. You know, that's a responsibility. When you go in somewhere and all the women want you, that's a great responsibility. To whom much is given, that much more is required. And I guarantee these men have not built up a level of character to deal with a whole bunch of women wanting them. They haven't done it. Trust me. Let's continue.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, bro?
Just hanging out. I fundamentally disagree with you. I'd love to talk to you.
You fundamentally disagree with me?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that's what I heard you say. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what do you think is, I will say that I'm a married man. I have a family.
Okay.
I have a wife who doesn't vote because I tell her she shouldn't because she's a woman.
Okay.
I have a wife who stays at home, who cooks and cleans.
Okay.
But let me ask you, what?
That man said, I have a wife that doesn't vote. That man said, I have a wife that doesn't vote because she shouldn't. Boy, that's a cold piece of work right there. Come on.
I leave the house, with a strong hand.
Okay.
But let me ask you, what do you think the perfect woman is? And then after you give your answer, I'd love to reply to that. What do you think the perfect woman is?
What do I think the perfect? Okay, so the perfect woman for me, because the perfect woman is different for different men, right?
Your idea.
My idea of the perfect woman. The perfect woman for me is just a woman that prioritizes time spent with me. I really don't, because I'm not into marriage. I'm not into, being with one woman. So the perfect woman for me is the woman that prioritizes and she values the time that she gets to spend with me.
There.
Now that statement that he just gave right there, and you all admit that's crazy. That statement that he gave right there pissed that man off. This Caucasian guy came to the show very respectful, very cordial. That response that he just gave, I ain't into all that marriage. I ain't into just one woman. And when a woman is with me, I want her to prioritize her time with me, which means prioritize me. That's what pissed the white guy off. So I'm giving y'all context. So if I'm talking to a man and a man tells me that I want my cake and eat it too, I know he is a man of no principle, because a man is all about having responsibilities. A man is about having honor. A man is about having character. A man is about guiding, providing, and assuming their responsibility. That's not a fun task. That's not a fun job. But a real man does it with honor. So the reason why this white guy got pissed is because of the answer he gave. Now imagine somebody talking to possibly millions of men, and his mission statement is, I'm not into marriage, I'm not into one woman, and I want her to prioritize me when she's with me, but I don't prioritize her when I'm not with her. So basically what you're saying is that you want something you're not willing to give. That's a dishonorable person. So that's what pissed him off. And this is the problem, that these men have these platforms, and this is what they're spreading, which is pure trash. At the end of the day, even if the woman isn't my love interest, I still got to do what? I still got to lead. I still got to provide protection. I still got to guide. All these women walking around here, you still got to be a man with the woman. It doesn't change because you're not dating her. I'm not walking past a woman and her car is flat. I saw 3 women in the Whole Foods parking lot, and they tried to change the tire on the car, and they done put the one girl got the jack from her car, but didn't match with this car. The jack folded under. Now the rotor's touching the cement. I said, what are y'all doing? We were trying to change the tire. I said, I got it. I said, where's your? Soon as I said I got it, now it was one stud and there was 2 women. Soon as I said I got it, they stepped back. Soon as I bent down, here come the Sandy Springs police pulled up. He had the big boy jack. He said, I got it. I said, appreciate it. My point is, I'm not going to walk by and watch these women out here struggling in 100-degree weather to change this tire. They shouldn't really have to. My point is that you still got to be a man whether or not you're with the woman. It doesn't matter if you're with her or not. You still got to be a man. It's not, I'm not with her, so I'm not a no. You're always the man. Because worst case scenario, you want a woman to be able to see you and at least say, wait, I want a guy like that. Or maybe she might say, you know what? He restores my hope in men. I don't care. Whatever it is, I'm saying you always got to be a man. But get on a platform and saying you want to sleep with multiple women. You don't want to be committed. You don't believe in marriage. You want to, I mean, it's just crazy. I'm sorry. It's just crazy. But that's what pissed this white guy off, though. That's what pissed him off.
Stop right there. So, like, stop right there. So, you know.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna need you to take it easy because this.
I told. Listen. You see. You hear him? Stop. Listen. He. Listen. Stop right there. I'm telling you, that triggered him. That triggered him because he was like, "How dare you? How dare you start talking like this with this platform?" Let's continue.
This is my show. So all that stop right there shit, take it easy. Take it easy because I know you fundamentally disagreeing with me and all that, but I still need you to be in the position of a person who's calling into someone else's show. Okay?
That's fine, but I'm going to make it interesting.
Because you take it easy because I'm not your wife who you lead with a strong hand. This is not that situation. So make sure you check your situation before you do all that bullshit.
You would know nothing about leading women. That's obvious.
Gotcha.
So what I'm saying is, you want a woman to be subservient to you, but you want that woman to fill the roles of a woman, but you don't want to fill the roles of a man. You know,
no. Who said anything about her being subservient, bro? When did I say subservient?
I mean, you want a woman to love you and worship you. That sounds like subservience.
When did I say love and worship? I said I want a woman to prioritize the time she spends with me. That's it.
He saw his t-shirts. I'm God to these hoes. So this guy probably saw his merchandise. That's why so understand that this white guy that's on this phone, y'all call him racist. He started off cordial. But he knows this guy's platform because he probably saw his merchandise, which is crazy. And he heard him just say what he requires. He don't believe in marriage. He want to be a womanizer, all this stuff. So now this white guy is pissed off. And I know why. Because he's like, how dare you? You see, I'm tell y'all something. They had an old saying, real recognize real. What do you say, right? Real recognize real. A real man is going to recognize a real man. And he's going to recognize a guy that's not real. So a real man is going to give another man respect, whether he likes him or not. He's going to give him respect because he respects the fact that he's a real man. He may not like him, but he's going to respect him. What I'm telling you is this guy started the conversation out very respectful. When that guy gave his response, that's what pissed him off. Let's continue.
Okay, that means being subservient. That means she puts her life on hold to make your life happier. That's subservient.
What?
So I can already tell you're black,
bro.
So this is the problem within the black community.
Oh.
You guys just like you called women bitches.
Right.
This is the reason you guys don't have families. This is the reason you expect a woman to be the perfect woman. To be you want a housewife without being a husband. And that's what's wrong. And you're sitting here giving dating advice to people. You're leading men down a dangerous path.
Now, y'all said he racist, but he giving the man advice. And he says you're leading men down a dangerous path. So clearly this guy cares about the women he's advocating for and also the men. So, but I know when I used to be black that I would require women to do wifely things, even though I wasn't trying to marry them. That is dishonorable. If I didn't plan on marrying a woman, I shouldn't have been wasting her time. it's just not right to do, because I know that she cares for me and she probably wants to marry me. If I don't want to marry her, I shouldn't waste her time. It's just that simple. And so so think about this. Even if a woman is telling me, we don't have to be together, I still want you, I'll take you how I can get you, you can mess with other women. Even if a woman lays out the silver platter for me, it's still not right for me to take it, because as the man, I'm the one that sets the standard, not her. I don't succumb to her wishes. She's supposed to come to my wishes. I'm setting the standard. I'm laying down the foundation. I'm making the rules. At the end of the day, I don't care if you would let me do it. I'm not going to do it because it isn't honorable. So because I don't want to wife you up, I don't want to marry you, I'm going to let you go out there. I'm going to let you go out there and find your Boaz, because it ain't me. But what most men do is they take their cake and eat it too. Anytime you take your cake and eat it too, I guarantee Satan then gave you the slice. I'm just telling you. Anytime you take your cake and eat it too, Satan has given you the slice. You know why? Because having your cake and eating it too doesn't involve you having character. The beauty of it is for you to make the cake, and then you take that cake and you share it amongst others. But the moment you take that cake and eat it too, I guarantee you're not walking in character. And I guarantee you're entertaining Satan. So to give context, this white guy is concerned for the men that are his listeners and the women that he might be womanizing.
You want a good wife? You want a good wife, a lover? You get a job. You do your job as a man. How dare you say that a woman should do her job and prioritize her wants to worship you when you don't do a fucking thing? If you don't provide for that woman, she don't owe you a fucking thing, dude. Not a thing. And it's simple to me, because you call them bitches. You call them bitches. You know, yeah, I'm just hanging with my niggas, fucking bitches. That says all I need to know about you. And that's why women don't fuck with you. That's why good women don't fuck with you. That's why you have a problem dating, because good women know you're not a good man.
Now, keep in mind, what he told him is true. He said, I can tell how you really are based on how you refer to women. And we can agree on this, that if he's calling women the B word and calling women hoes, then he can't get mad how somebody else addresses him, because he's calling women B's and hoes on a platform to the world. So he's telling the world, this is how I disrespect women. So then he can't be mad if he gets disrespected. This is how it works. This is how it works. You calling women B's and hoes, then you better believe somebody gonna try you too. This is how it works. But so far, this white guy has not been racist. Again, this white guy is giving him advice. He's giving him advice. Now listen now. The conversation could have went more productive, but you're going to see why in a few minutes.
And you're giving all this advice. You're a shitty fucking man. You're not a good pickup artist. You're not a good dater. All you do is want to fucking come and a cum receptacle. Like, all you want to do is come. That's all you want to do is come. You're not teaching young men how to, be fathers, how to be leaders. You're a continuation of the problem we have. You want to come in women and then bail. That's all you want to fucking do. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself tonight. You're the reason black kids don't have fathers while they go to jail and while they have higher crime rate, because you're a piece of shit. You want women to do their job without you doing your job. You're a piece of shit. Kill yourself.
So this white guy is upset, and clearly he's stating reasons why he's upset. We talk about racism, and I said this before. Nobody's racist. People have reasons why they don't like somebody or group of people. It may not be right, but they have reason. It isn't just because the group of people look a certain way. There's going to be a reason why. This guy is saying, you're the reason why these children are messed up. He said, all you want to do is just sleep with these women and bail with no responsibility. You're the reason why your families are messed up. Off yourself. Now, why do you think this white guy took this so personal? Why do you think this white man took time out of his day to call and talk to this guy? You're going to hear this white guy talk later, but why do you think he took the time out to talk to this guy? Why is it that what this guy was doing, Chris the player, why did it trigger this white guy so much?
Fucking kill yourself.
Oh, all right. Are you done?
Good pussy. Good pussy. Good loyal pussy.
Yeah.
Comes with strings attached.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You wanna fuck a virgin, but you don't want to be a leader.
I don't know. I don't want to fuck a virgin, sir. I do not.
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because that you know.
Because I have fucked a virgin. I know what that's like. I don't want to fuck virgins.
Yeah, because that's too much work. Niggers don't like to work.
So now he's pissed. He calls him the N-word. Now listen, I don't agree with being disrespectful. I don't. However, as a man, I can't be upset if a white man calls me the N-word if I'm referring to women as bees and hoes. I can't, as a man, I can't get mad if I tell the world that women are bees and hoes and this white guy calls me the N-word. I can't get mad at that as a man because I'm getting back what I put out. You understand what I'm saying? This guy started the name calling by referring to women as bees and hoes. So when this guy comes to his show, he's not even really trying to respect him after he's listening to this. And keep in mind, this white guy has been talking about the black family, black children, and black women. That's who he's talking about. That's been his concern on this show. But when talking to another man, it's gloves off. But I don't agree with talking like this on either way, though, from the white guy or Chris. I don't agree either way. But I'm saying, as a man, you got to be able to expect and accept that kind of language if you dish it out too.
Well, you're a white guy, yes?
No, I'm an Asian, and I also identify as non-binary.
Wow. So you're right. This was very interesting. I do appreciate you calling in and sharing your opinion. This is very interesting.
What if I was white? Well, let me ask you, what if I was white? What if I was white? We can clearly see that white men have built better families than the black man. That's obvious. That's fucking obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about how being white and being a good husband and a good leader, someone who gives back to the community, who teaches young men how to be good men. Why is that? How about we talk about niggers who fucking rap about fucking dope and money and fucking bitches? And like you said, oh, I don't want a wife. I just want to fuck a bunch of bitches. You think you're a good man? You think you're productive to the community? You think you're helpful to the black community? You think you're empowering the black community with the attitude that you have? No. You're a continuation of the same thing you say holds you down. Institutionalized racism or some shit like that. You're the reason. You're the reason. Because you won't get a fucking job. You won't get a wife. You won't raise your kids. You're the reason.
So clearly, this Caucasian man is upset. And I understand why. Dia Monet said it earlier. She said that white men get blamed for all the wrong stuff everybody else does. It's true. It's true. Black folks destroyed their communities with crack. They blame the white man. Black men left the household. They blame the white man. Everything that black folks do that is wrong, they blame white men. So I understand white men being upset. It makes sense. You can't name one ill in the black community that they don't point back to white people. You can't name one. You can't name one ill in the black community that white folks don't get the blame for. So I understand why this white man is upset. I do. Believe me, I do. Because how rough of a life would it be when you wake up in the morning and cut the TV on, they're blaming you for something they did every day nonstop, passing laws because of it, changing legislation because of it, creating programs because of it. Just imagine what they do on the premise that white men have messed everything up. Think about that. Think about everything that's being done, and the reason is white men messed up. White men messed up forever? I mean, think about that. White men have messed up forever? Think about, when is a time when it won't be white people's fault? When? When will it be a time when it won't be the white man's fault? When? So I understand why he's upset. He's saying, all this that y'all are doing, y'all don't even get blamed for it. We get blamed for it, and he's right. White people get demonized in the media, but yet when I cut the TV on, it's millions of people of color flooding their countries. White people get demonized in the media, but it's millions of people of color worldwide risking their lives to get into a white country. So I understand why he's upset. To me, all these NIGGR S's, these hard niggers, all of those, I understand. I understand. I don't agree, but I sure understand. Because if I was white and I woke up every day and y'all was blaming me for what y'all was doing, knowing what I know, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd be walking around with a with a kente cloth clan suit on. Oh yeah. Mr. Milton said, Carlton Banks said, black dudes get trashed for being baby daddies. Do they? When I hear the epidemic of single motherhood, they don't bring up men. When I hear statistics on single mother households, they never give the opposite statistic. So when they say that there are 75% of the households, or 80% have a single mother, that means that 80% of the men aren't around. So black men don't get demonized for being a baby daddy. Future ain't demonized. Nick Cannon ain't demonized. You know what I mean? Black men got kids everywhere. And they get celebrated by black people. They get celebrated. Black men don't get demonized. Black men get celebrated for being heathens. What are we talking about? This man is not Asian. He's white. He was joking. But again, the black community is in shambles. And the person that was left in charge of the black community was the black man. So if we have to give a grade to the black man for how he's handled the black community, the village, or whatever, the nation, what is his grade? What is the black man's grade for how the black community is today. What is his grade? Now, keep in mind, everything around the black man in society supports what he's doing. So that means there are no negative images of black people. There's no negative commentary of black people. Black folks get all the praise in the media. Even when a black person fails, they say it's racism. So black folks can't even fail. So again, what grade do you give the black man based on where the black community is today? What grade does the black man get? I'm seeing F, -0, F-. Now, did I contribute to where the black community is today? I did. I did. So part of that grade goes to me too. Somebody said D-. It goes to me. Kenya said unsatisfactory. Tierra said 0. Mr. Milton F-. Tony Smith said Martin Luther King led his people into a furnace. Well, if he did it, why did he lead them out? If MLK said he led his people into a furnace, then why didn't he lead them out? Come on, y'all. Malcolm X had blind loyalty to a man that was a pedophile. That's a problem. I'm going to say it again. Malcolm X had blind loyalty to a man that was a pedophile. It's hard for me to believe that he was going to be an adequate husband and father if he's following a man who's a literal demon. It's hard for me to believe that. So again, all of these men that we've been praising, if we really go to the tail of the tape, what do we find? We find that most of these men we looked up to were compromised. You know why? Because when it came to making a tough decision, when it came to making a decision that would have them lose everything, they didn't want to make it. Malcolm X had to get kicked out of the Nation of Islam. You can't speak no more. He didn't leave voluntarily. He didn't leave when he found out Elijah Muhammad was impregnating little girls. He didn't leave then. He left when he couldn't speak. MLK was a whoremonger. Imagine both of these men living their lives at the opposite, ending up with the same results. You know why? Because God will not be mocked. How did MLK and Malcolm X live opposite lives, ended up with the same results? You know why? Because God will not be mocked. That which a man soweth, that is which he shall also reap. Let's continue. So we're in agreement that the black man has gotten an F for his grade. And I take the F with the black man because in my backslide heathen days, I contributed greatly. Let's continue.
What I'm telling young men listening to this podcast tonight, look for a good woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can I ask you something real quick? What is your definition of a perfect woman or a good woman?
There's no such thing as a perfect woman, just as there's no such thing as a perfect man. Okay. What I would call a good woman is a woman who doesn't sleep around, who doesn't have a high-ass body count, who's okay with traditional gender roles, who's okay with staying at home, who's okay with supporting her husband.
Wait. You just hold on. You just want a woman who's okay with gender roles and supporting her husband. You don't want a woman who's cheerful about it. You just want a woman who's just okay with it.
So now you're playing semantics, and that's like a weird trick.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's playing semantics. Now the white guy done calmed down. I want you to pay attention. The white guy has calmed down, and he says, I want to tell your listeners the young man listening to go out there and find a good woman, I would say the same thing. The reason why we play the game is to win. If I'm out running the streets, the goal is supposed to be to get a good woman. What is the purpose of playing in a basketball game and the score runs up to infinity? Nobody wins, nobody loses. It's dumb. You want to win the game. So the purpose of the game should have been to find a good woman. The purpose of the red pill movement or the red pill space was for men to get out a good woman. It was not for men to be whoremongers. And that's what's happened. Please teach me how to be a cool guy so I can get chicks. That's what it's become. Please give me the game. I want to be a high value man so I can get women. It's foolish. You want to be a high value man to honor God. You want to get a wife to honor God. You want to have a family to honor God. God ain't giving you all these gifts and talents and all these blessings for you to go out there and run the streets. Not what it's for. I'm going to take my talent and bury mine. I'm going to take my talent and spend mine. Foolish. These men, this white guy's right. They're leading these men down the wrong path. I'm not going to get on here and tell a man to be no womanizer. Your body is your temple. You set the standard. You be the leader. I had a friend of mine, we were talking, and he said something so real to me. It's going to sound bad, but he said it's real. He said, if I meet a young woman, he said, if I meet a young lady and she has pets, he said she got to get rid of the pets, and then I decide when they come back. Oh, it's so real. He said, if she has pets, if I get with her, she got to get rid of the pets, and then I decide whether it comes back because the pets have to be my decision. And I'm laughing, but I was like, what he says makes sense. Because 9 times out of 10, when you meet a woman that has pets, you already second or third or fourth. I knew one young lady, she had 4, Pomeranians or what? I think 4 Pomeranians. Whatever man she dates, he's automatically fit. He's automatically fit. And to me, what he said is a lot like Jesus. It's a lot like, you give your life up for me, and I'm going to give you a life more abundant. So you give the pets up for me, and then I'm going to give you the pets back and the life you want. Listen, he said it's funny, but it makes sense to me. I'm sorry for all of you pet lovers out there, but I understand that a house needs order and it needs structure. And so I know that when it comes to these pets and these women, they're not going to put the man above the pet. And I'll show you right now, I'm not getting with no woman where I ain't in front of the pets. It just ain't going to happen. So it's either me, then us, then the pets, or it ain't me at all. But what I'm not going to do is come to a relationship and it's the dog sitting there, they're looking at me like I'm the guy that's intruding. I'm in the way. I wish I would. Mr. Milton has a scripture for us, Corinthians 6:19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, ye are not your own? Imagine this question he's asking. What? Like, imagine him responding to somebody saying something crazy like folks do. What? You can do what? You can sleep with somebody as long as you love them. What? You can, what? Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? What? You can eat what you want to eat. What? You can smoke what you want to smoke. What? You could Just imagine that what? That what is a response to some foolishness, huh? Can't do what you want to do with your body. Your body is for the Holy Spirit to be down here on earth. Your body is a temple, a vessel for the Holy Spirit. It's supposed to be a sacred place. Thank you, Mr. Milton. Let's continue so I can get done. Let's continue.
So what I'm saying is that, you know, I have a traditional wife. I have a family, and my wife enjoys being at home with the kids.
Okay, well, see, that's what I just wanted you to say that part, because someone being okay with something and someone enjoying and supporting and celebrating it is two different things. That's all I was saying. It wasn't about semantics. It was more about her attitude while she's fulfilling her role as a woman to you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could, like, I could walk to the closest college campus to where I live, find a hardcore.
I'm sorry. This guy's name is not Chris the player. I'm sorry. I apologize. His name is Miles Cunningham. His show is Discussing Manhood, Dating Life, and how to be the best men we could be. So Chris the player is the guy to ask the question. I'm sorry. The question is, Miles, do you disagree with what the red pillars say, that if a girl flakes, you can give her another chance, but she has to buy you something to make it up to you and go straight to your place? Listen, Chris, if the girl flakes on you, you have a conversation with her and you let her know where you stand. You let her know if you flake again, it's over. She don't have to buy you nothing. You ain't got to sleep with her. If you flake again, it's over. You have to set the standard. And I say this because women on their own will not be able to determine what a good man is. They will only be able to determine it based on the men they've had in their life. So it behooves you, if you really care about the state of men in society, for you to be the example that she has a comparison to. Don't sleep with her. Don't have her buy you nothing. Just tell her, this is my standard. If you can't meet it, I understand. I wish you the best. God bless you.
Core feminist. Give her the best dick she's ever had, and then put her
role as a woman to you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could, like, I could walk to the closest college campus to where I live, find a hardcore feminist. Give her the best dick she's ever had, and then put her in a house that she thinks is nice. Then if I pay the bills and I support her and love her, her whole mindset will change.
Right.
She's going to go from fighting the patriarchy to loving playing with little babies' feet.
This is where this white guy is mistaken. I disagree with this. What he described is what most men try to do, is they get the woman and try to provide them a life, but without the woman earning it. If a woman is a feminist, she's in college, she has to earn the right to be your wife. She has to earn the right to make a house a happy home. It's not just given to her because she's a woman. And that's where a lot of white guys fail, because they're used to this tradition that was of the days way back when. More and more white women are affected by feminism. More and more white women listen to black women. It just is what it is. So he's a little delusional on this. A woman that's a feminist in college right now, if we have a conversation, she has to go through a period where she's a feminist, questioning feminism, and then not a feminist. Then we can start to date. A whole bunch of steps got missed in going to local college, getting a woman that's a feminist. That's not how that works. Because you best believe her. She's a feminist. She's going to destroy your household, terrorize it. Women have to earn it. The same way a man has to earn his way in life, so does a woman have to earn a happy life. Why? So that she can appreciate it. We all know that human nature is when you give us stuff we didn't earn and don't deserve, we tend to not care about it the same way. And it's the same way with these women and these men that is giving women all they want. she's not going to respect you. So this white guy, he was good up until this point. Now, he may have lucked up and got him a woman that loves him and cares about him. But my advice for any young man out here, if she's a feminist, she has to not be a feminist before you start talking to her. Forget dating. Before you start saying, listen, I like you, she got to not be a feminist. There's nowhere we going to date during the feminism stage. I wish I would. Not me.
Right. Okay.
But this whole thing about, like, fuck bitches, I just want to fuck them. I don't care about, monogamy. I don't care about marriage.
So you believe that a man has to be monogamous to be a good man? Is that what you think?
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do a 99 because all that's part of a man.
This guy right here is an ex-pimp. He's an ex-pimp talking right here.
You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, the things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
Was that Todd Bridges? And this is what I mean by these guys talking. You don't go out there and achieve in life for a woman. You go out there and achieve in life to honor God. The woman is a part of your purpose. The family is a part of your purpose, but your intent is not just to get the woman. Hypergamy should motivate you. A woman going to the highest bidder shouldn't motivate you. What should motivate you is being a righteous man. What should motivate you is being a man that falls after Christ. That should be your motivation, not getting a woman. Because what happens is that you get all these things, and then when you can't find the right woman because your intent is wrong. So you got all this stuff to get a woman to stunt your ego, your pride. No. I'm going to do the Lord's will and pray that I get blessed to have a wife and a family. But my motivation ain't the woman. My motivation is doing what Christ wants me to do. And in the process, grace and mercy, I'll be able to find a wife on my path. So again, these men, undisciplined, talking like they disciplined, but undisciplined, because what they're doing is they're trying to give you a carrot. You don't need a carrot. You should be doing what's right because it's the right thing to do. You don't need a carrot. I don't need to dangle a woman in front of you to make you do right. That's foolish. That's childish. As a man, we put away childish things and we say, you know what? I'm going to do what's right because God requires me to do what's right. It's all the motivation I need. I don't need presents. I don't need gifts. I don't need admiration. All I need is for God to give me instruction and I'm going to follow. That's it. And hopefully in doing that, I get all the other things added unto me.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.
To be a good man? Not a good man, but a good leader, yes. Because evidently drama will come up.
So a man has to be. So to be a good leader, a man needs to be monogamous. That's your position.
Yeah, well, white cultures practice monogamy. Black culture, practices, polygamy. And we can see whose culture is going better. So yeah, I would say being monogamous is the way to go.
Are you? So is that an admission of your race being white? Because we haven't got that yet.
No, yeah, I'm a white man.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because you was popping off at the mouth with the niggas, so I just wanted to make sure it was a white dude calling up the show using the word nigga.
I will call you a nigger or say nigger. I don't give a fuck. I show my face. I'm very, very, very active in white power politics in my state.
Are you a part of the triple K clan?
So the Ku Klux Klan hasn't really existed since the 1970s. So that's like just shows your ignorance. It's all.
Hey, of course I would be ignorant to that. I'm not white. I don't know what the fuck you guys do.
The white guy said, I use nigga, and I'm into white power politics in my state. I've never heard that before. White power politics. I gotta look that up. But he said, I'm into white power politics. Now listen now. Most black folks will get mad at him saying that, but won't get mad at somebody else saying black power politics. In fact, black people would celebrate. Like if Kamala came out today and said, I want to do black power politics, it will go viral. But if a white guy says that he's racist, so we already know this thing ain't set up the same way. If a black person can say black power, then the white person should be able to say white power. It's just, to me, it's just that simple. But black folks can't talk crazy all the time and then get mad at this white man using the N-word, especially with a black man calling black women bees and hoes. Surely you can't be mad at that. You can't not be mad at the black man calling black women bees and hoes, but be mad at the white guy calling him the N-word. Come on, we can't do it like that. Be mad at all of it, or be mad at none of it.
I'm asking. I am ignorant. Yes.
So why are you side-skirting?
No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic, but you kind of sidestepped. No. Hold on. Real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on, please. I want to continue the conversation. I do. But I'm just letting you know that I wasn't trying to sidestep it. But before, when I asked you if you were white, you sidestepped and didn't answer the question. So I just wanted to make sure I'm dealing with a white man from a white perspective. That's all.
I made a joke about being Asian non-binary.
I know you, and that was a sidestep about your race.
I know the average IQ for blacks is like 85, but it was a joke. It was a fucking joke. So yeah,
and it was funny, but it was still a sidestep. You still did.
You know what's funny about the IQ for black people? And they've done studies on this. The reason I believe that black people's IQ is lower is not because of intellectual ability. I believe it's lower because black people make everything about race. And so you make everything about race, you kind of dumb yourself down because you don't critically think. And to me, that's what the issue is with black people's IQ. Not that black folks have low IQ, it's just the fact that black people are conditioned and wired to think that everything is about race. So any situation in life doesn't require any nuance. It's always because you're black. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm almost done. Almost done. Yeah, but I believe the IQ for black people is lower because of black culture. And so black culture dumbs black people down because it removes critical thinking. And so black folks just make everything about race, and that makes you stupid. If you look at something and you make it about race, everything, you're going to be dumb. You're not going to see any nuance. You're not going to be able to problem solve. You're not going to be able to see the context. All this stuff, it matters when it comes to your IQ. This is why black children struggle so much to learn reading and comprehension. It's because their parents struggle to learn it. And so it's a very big problem in the black community with this thing called everything being about race. It is. And so at the end of the day, what I implore you all to do is just pretend nothing is about race. Pretend, because y'all know y'all can't do it. But pretend nothing is about race, and then analyze every situation from that standpoint. And I guarantee your eyes will be opened up. And you'll realize, you know what? It wasn't about race. It wasn't about race at all. I meet so many black people that tell me they didn't get the job because they were black. I was like, well, how did you know? How do you know why you didn't get the job? Oh, because how they looked at me. I had a conversation with an older gentleman, and I told him, I said, when you go into a meeting and your mindset is that these white people are racist, or you go into a job interview and your mindset is that these people are racist, you can't hide that. They can see that on you. People can see insecurities on you. People can see inferiority on you, just like a dog, right? You may not say a word, but a dog can tell you're scared. People can read your body language. You're not slick. So you walk into an interview and you say these folks are racist. I'm tired of these white folks. They can see it on you. A lot of y'all didn't get the job because you had a messed up attitude before you got into the building. A lot of you all didn't get the job because your mind was made up before you went into the building. A lot of you all didn't get the job because you spent years with an inferiority complex about how you looked and who you were. It's not because you're black. It's because how you see life, how you view life. And you view life from the lens of a person who was weak and feeble and disgusting. Let's continue.
Didn't answer my question, that's all. But that's what I'm saying. You think that your idea, the white culture's idea of family is a better, more productive frame of reference than that of a black or colored family.
Well, whose kids have more in prison? Whose kids, have built the world? So yeah, absolutely. There's a reason. The best thing, I like to reference, we can look at Jim Crow and segregation back in like the 1950s. The black family was stronger in 1950 than they are today. Right. And that's because they had a Western, culture that was enforced on them. Your people have to be told what to fucking do. Your people have to be under the boot. Because if not, you just go fucking crazy. The black rate of father in house has gotten significantly worse since the end of segregation. That's so true. You tell me why black men, once they get their freedom, they don't stay with their family. Why?
I don't know. Maybe we're weak, like you say.
Well, you're not weak. You're just, you're beasts of the field. You need white men to tell you how to live and show you how to live. We're beasts
of the field. We're beasts of the field, and we need to be led by white men. That's what you just said?
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. And the biggest example, I'd say you're beasts of the field. If you read the Bible, it says that beasts like to mate back to back. And we all know how black men love big old fat asses. You mate back to back. You're beast. Right. And without white men telling you how to live, you fall apart. And that's we can see that. Right. We can see that in South Africa. We can see that in Rhodesia. We can see that in America. Anytime the white man gives you free reign to do what you want to, you just fuck, and pop out kids and resort to tribalism and gang warfare.
Wait, hold on. You said the white man gave us free reign, but aren't you supposed to be telling us? Wait, you're saying that?
So now the reason why this host is listening to him, because he knows what he's saying is true. Again, what he's saying is true in context, and the context is when black people were separate from white people. And when I say separate, I mean Jim Crow and segregation, black people were better off. And there's a reason why. The reason why is because there is a compare and contrast. there's a group of people over there doing this, it only makes sense to not do the opposite of what they're doing if they're building and being productive. It's just common sense to do. And I also feel like there's more appreciation for your own community when it's your own community building. You see, I don't believe that there was this racial divide back then. I believe back then there was a cultural divide. It wasn't based on race. It was based on culture. And we know how foolish Black culture can be. How do we know this? If we go back to the Bible, we can go back to Adam and Eve. We can go back to Cain. We can go back to Sodom and Gomorrah. We can go back to the children of Israel. Like, we can go back in the Bible and we can see this same behavior that was back then is present today. Isn't it funny how the same curses in the Bible are the same things that Black folks experience today? You think that's a little strange and ironic? That means that Black folks haven't learned their lesson. So when this white guy says what he says, how can you say he's wrong if you all have proven that since Adam and Eve, we have not changed? We have been consistently decadent. When there wasn't any such thing as a credit report, when there wasn't any such thing as rental history, the Black man had an eviction on his record. Adam and Eve. And I'm serious. Before there was any such thing as a credit report or a rental history, the Black man started out with an eviction. So the Black man started out with bad credit. God said, listen, Adam, I'm going to entrust you with all of this. All you got to do is just do what's right. Adam said, okay, Lord, I'm your guy. Let's go. Then God saw Adam was alone. So God said, well, if I leave him alone by himself, I can't really judge him on how he acts because he might get foolish because he needs a companion. Let me get him a woman. So I'm gonna get a woman that's flesh of his flesh, bone of his bone, out of his rib. I got a woman. All he has to do is teach this woman the same thing I taught him. All he has to do is what I teach him, he teaches that woman. It's just that simple. I make it easy for him. If I'm in charge of him, he's in charge of the woman. That's a fair exchange. And he got the whole garden. You know what Adam said? Adam said, hold my fig juice. It wasn't Hennessy, whatever it was. What was it, grape juice back then? I don't know. Whatever fruit there was back then that's equivalent to Hennessy. He said, hold my papaya juice, and the rest is history. So this white guy, what he's talking about is culture. And he's attributing the effects of culture to biology and genetics, and it's not. It's not DNA or biology or genetics. It's that the culture. This is how destructive Black culture is that it makes it appear as if a group of people are truly lesser than another group of people. But it's not true. Black folks have ability, and it's been proven when you see Black children that are raised in white families, they don't have IQ problems. When you see Black children that are raised in different environments, they don't have the same problems. So it's not about genetics or aptitude or any of that. It's about culture. This is how powerful Black culture is because it's in everything. It's in the way you talk, walk, eat, learn, sleep. Black culture is in everything. And so the average Black person is a dumbed down version of what a person should be. White, Chinese, Hispanic, the Black person indulging in Black culture is a dumbed down version because everything is about how they look. There's no nuance in life. If a car hits me, because I'm Black. If I get struck by lightning, because I'm Black. If my roof collapses, because I'm Black. My girl leaves me because I'm Black, even though she's Black. Like, everything is because you're Black. The waiter is slow because I'm Black. It's going to make you stupid. It's going to make you dumb. And so what this white guy is saying in context is true. Because Black people only proved that they could be productive when they were separated from white people. Think about that. When the law of the land, according to y'all history, that white folks said we don't want to be around y'all, but we will build the infrastructure. Black people did it much better. The moment white people said, okay, y'all can come and be around us, black folks lost their edge. Black people lost their edge. So it makes you wonder, what were black folks doing? Were they idolizing the whole time? Were they being envious the whole time? What were black people doing? Because it seems to me, for as much resistance as Booker T. Washington got, it would seem that black folks really just wanted to be up under white people, or be like white people, or just be white. For as much resistance as Booker T. Washington got, it kind of peeks into the mind of what black folks were thinking. Because Booker T was about independence. Joseph H. Jackson, independent. Think about all the folks that was about independence you don't even hear about no more. So what this white guy is talking about is culture. It is a cultural difference. And so during segregation, you saw black people building up their own infrastructures. And I believe it was because it's a natural thing to do. When you have two different cultures next to each other, or societies or whatever, it's natural for them to piggyback off of each other. I'm going to borrow this, you borrow this. It's natural. But when you integrate those societies, the only way integration really works is if both cultures are similar. It's the only way it works, is that both of them have to be similar. They got to see eye to eye more than disagree. I could be way off, but these are just my thoughts.
The white man needs to tell us what to do, but the white man has also given us free reign to fuck.
Yeah, no, so what I'm saying.
Yes, Chopin, you are correct. Segregation wasn't practiced everywhere, and it wasn't agreed everywhere because it does mess up the money. I agree. What I'm saying is that the premise is that during that time period where there was segregation and where there was some Jim Crow, black people thought to do more for themselves. Black folks made the most advancements post-slavery up until MLK came on the scene. So I'm saying during that time period, they're telling us that was the worst time to be black. So how is during the worst time to be black do we have the most advancements? My thought process is because you had something to mirror. You had something to watch. You had another culture to watch. So you watched this culture do this. And a lot of slaves were even skilled laborers, so you were industrious with your hands. So not only did you watch and learn, but you also were industrious. Not just saying that black folks weren't industrious any other time, but we can agree that white people, are known for building up these civilizations, not this mythical stuff, talking about actual civilizations. And, I guess Asians and then whoever else, but I'm talking about in America. So I'm not saying that black people weren't industrious. I'm saying that it is natural for two cultures to exist by each other and them piggyback off each other. I'm pretty sure that even with some of the foods like chitlins came from England. Black folks didn't make up chitlins. That came from white folks. So I'm saying it's a natural thing to do. So it's natural to see white people building and say, you know what, we should build too. It makes sense. I think Booker T even put in one of his books, he wrote, he was like, if you have a white metropolis over here, it should be a black metropolis over here. There's a white downtown over here. It's a white and a black. Like he even saw it because it makes sense. He's like, whatever white folks are doing, we should be doing too, because it makes sense from a survival standpoint. I'm not going to have what they don't have. Hope I'm clear on this.
Is when you were under segregation, you had a better life.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Right. I appreciate you for clearing that up.
And then when the white man, stops, you fall apart.
Right.
And I will say this to give more context. There wasn't really how much welfare was around back then? And how many black folks were willing to even be on welfare if it was around a lot back then? I would say that back then, there was more honor to not be on a social program than there was today. I would think that most black folks back then would want to earn their way versus getting a handout, just from a principle standpoint. And so I think that played a part in it as well. I just think the overall mindset of black folks were different, but it wasn't just because white people were, how can I say this, ruling over them, as much as it was there being a separation of two groups of people. And to me, when that happens, you usually see both cultures or both groups of people bouncing off each other. Think about it. It would make sense because you'd want to do trade with that other culture. If it was two opposing cultures, not even opposing, just two cultures, you'd want to be able to do business with them. There'd have to be some kind of commonality to even have trade and commerce with them. So to me, it would make sense for these societies or cultures to mirror each other or mimic each other. It's just my thoughts. Hope I'm making sense.
Right. When we were able to, when like slavery and Jim Crow stopped, we were able to make our own decisions, and it just kind of showed that our culture was going to fail anyway. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Well, it's not even your culture. It's your genetics, your beast.
Right. Right.
I mean, do you disagree? Let me. You're a black man, I'm guessing. Yes or no?
Yeah, so you're not watching the show? You can't. I'm on YouTube.
So he said. So the white guy summed it up with, "You're a beast." Now, again, let me be clear on this. I don't agree that black people are beasts of the field and beasts of burden and all that stuff. I believe that black culture, when indulged in or partaken in, will make you like an animal. I do believe that because it makes your thoughts more primitive. And again, it's hard for a lot of white people to see nuance because white people are very practical. If it's raining, we need an umbrella. White people are very practical in their thinking culturally. So that's why when something it needs to be fixed, they'll fix it. Need to be built, they'll build it. They don't really too much see the nuance in this whole black thing because they're in their mind, they're thinking, well, if the pipe is burst, just fix the pipe. And that's how I am. But again, so when he's saying that black folks are beasts and all this stuff, he's doing an intellectual lazy way to analyze what's really going on. And again, he trumps it up to it's just how y'all are. And I get it. Because for his life, he hasn't seen anything different. As long as he's been alive, he probably seen anything different. Just like most black folks claim, as long as they've been alive, they haven't seen white folks act any different. Both groups of people are wrong. They're being intellectually disingenuous. There have been sorry white people and sorry black people. This is has nature. It's been sorry human beings because it's a character issue. But I don't agree with all that beast of the field, all that stuff. But I do believe that he's charging all of it up to, this is what y'all are. And it really is just culture.
Live right now. My face is on there. How did you get this number if you're not watching the show?
Do you think that the father being absent from black homes is one of the main issues that the black community faces?
Well, it's definitely an issue. That's a part of why I do what I do, because I feel like there's a lot of guys out there that need a certain level of direction when it comes to finding value in themselves in general, whether they're white or black.
So why are you telling them just to fuck women?
I don't tell men to do that, sir. I don't tell men to do that.
Oh, I heard you talking.
What did you hear me say? Tell me what you heard. Tell me what you heard, please.
If a bitch don't worship me or prioritize me, she has to crawl back to me. Spoken like a true nigger. So see, that's the thing. You're a piece of shit, bro. Your race is a piece of shit. You're late to America.
Can I explain a little bit about what I said and that I feel you probably got a little wrong?
Let me ask you a question. Okay. I have one question.
Okay.
If I was willing to pay, like right now on air.
Yes.
If I was willing to pay for you to get a passport and a plane ticket to Africa. Any country in Africa that you choose, would you take it?
No.
Yeah, of course not. You want to live around the white man, fucking nigger.
Go to badboymembership.com. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com.
Okay, so again, the white guy is angry. He's a little angry, and he doesn't see very much nuance, and I get it. But again, the basic gist of what he said, the basic gist of what he said is correct. And I've been talking about black men making excuses. And this is the problem. The reason why you all aren't respected by your women, your community, or the society is because of how you all approach life. Any man that has an excuse is not fit to lead. But the problem is that black men want to be kings and gods. That's a big problem. If you have an excuse, but you want to be a king and a god, what you're saying is, I want to be a child with the strength of King Kong. That's what you're saying. You're saying, I want to have the responsibility of a child, but have the destruction power of Godzilla. It's just insane. So, dear black men, what you must do is stop making excuses. The easiest way to do it is to not make it about what you want, because what you want may be horrible, and make it about what God wants. That way, your focus can be on what God wants and not your own desires, which may be, as the white man said, like a beast of the field. And a lot of you black men out there, because I was one of them, really care a lot about sex and being a man that appears to get a whole bunch of women. You want to be known as the guy. I understand. I'm telling you that has a consequence. So if you want to be respected, you are going to have to first respect yourself. And that will come when you say no more excuses. Listen, I love you all. Thank y'all so much. I have 5 super stickers. Thank y'all so much. And I got one Bible verse, Matthew 26:41. And for the record, most black women agree with this white man. I went to the comments, went on social media. For you all, most black women agree with that white man. They didn't care about him calling him the N-word. They was unremorseful. They said he was right. So just know that most black women are not sympathetic to that white man calling him the N-word. They said that white man was right. So that means that just how that white man's getting tired, the black women getting tired too. Just to let y'all know. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Amen. Super stickers real quick before I gotta go to the gym. Azaria QS, hi Blanche. Yes, they are. I don't think they used to be that way, but they certainly are now. I don't know what that's a reference to, but thank you so much, Azaria, for the super sticker. LB for LB. Thank you so much for super sticker. Thank you, Azaria. And even if a man does achieve in life for a woman, you're still a simp because your reason was wrong. Be a man regardless of what woman is and isn't in your life. Amen. The intent has to be right. Mr. Milton, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. Galatians 6:8. The black man is living by his flesh, therefore he reaps evil. Amen. I couldn't have said it better myself. If you sow flesh, you're going to reap corruption. So the black man is very carnal, and he's very carnal. He's very about what he sees and what he can touch and what he can feel. That's what he's about. You know it, because when he gets a microphone in front of him, the first thing he starts doing is start making excuses, start blaming people. He's either blaming the white man or the black woman. Star Baby, Matthew 26-41. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. T, making no excuses will get you a person. Hold on. Making no excuses will get a person far in life. Thank you, T. Amen. It sure will. Listen, you all, I love you all. Thank you all so much. Angel Wings, thank you so much for moderating. The Goddess Navi here, I don't see her. But if you are, thank you to Goddess Navi. But thank y'all so much. I want y'all to follow on YouTube. His name is Miles Cunningham. I wasn't really bashing Miles Cunningham. I was just saying that as a grown man, if we want better for other men, we have to have a better message. And the message can't just be to get women. I don't know all of his content. I'm just going by the shirts that say women love sex and these hoes better bow down. All that, I'm a god to these hoes. I'm going by that. I'm going by his paraphernalia in the commercials in the video. All I'm saying is that the message has to be for a man to be able to fish. Not to eat a fish, but to fish. Showing a man how to get a woman is giving him a fish. Showing him how to find a wife and having a family that serves God, teaching him how to fish, be a fisherman. So that should be the goal. Listen, I love you all. Yes, his name is Miles in the Game. Yes, that's his YouTube. Thank you, Angel Wings. His name is Miles in the Game. Listen, I love you all. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will see you all on Saturday. Anyway, I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed night. Thank y'all.